Right, guys, I'm going to show you what I'm thinking about, what I'm seeing on Bitcoin, because obviously that has a big impact on the rest of the market. So this is actually the weekly time frame, and there's two things that this could be. One is that we've got obviously a big bearish wedge, and eventually we're going to see something like this. So it might come up, take the high out again, and then basically back down to the base. Typically, it does go down sort of a little bit further than that. And we could be seeing like 11K again. All right. So that is scenario one that we down into this zone. A lot of people are going to be saying, that's stupid. But at the end of the day, look at it. That's not a bullish structure. Now, the other thing that we've got is we've got this 3 drive. Okay, so we've actually got 2 3 drive patterns. One is on the higher time frame. So we're in April 2021 when we came up here and we set our new all-time high and we were hitting the 60K mark. 60, 70K. We came down and we came up again. We took out this level. We made a new all-time high. That was our second drive. Then we went down. We had a bit of a bear market, not too long, just over a year. And then we've come up again and we're now making that third drive in black. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 drives. Now, what's interesting to me is that we're making this third drive with 3 additional drives. Okay, so we've got another 1, 2, 3 drive. Now, a 3 drive is basically when you're coming up and you're taking out the previous high. You're driving the price up, but you're sort of failing to get anywhere significant with it. And on the weekly time frame, you can see that we've got this bearish divergence. Okay, now usually after 14 periods, we don't really discount. We kind of discount the RSI. But the new RSI is also giving us a new bearish divergence. Okay, so we've got this bearish divergence and a second 3 drive pattern. So all of a sudden, we've got a higher time frame or much higher time frame weekly 3 drive pattern in the black. We've got a bearish rising wedge, and we've got a more recent 3 drive bearish pattern. So you've got a bearish divergence and a 3 drive. So you've got new highs being made without any significant pushes. I mean, what I say by that is that look, this move here, when we we'll just change that. That's a 46% move. But when we take it from the top here, we've got a 46% move there. We've got sort of diminishing returns, really. It's not a huge percentage move in terms of the overall growth. So, I mean, obviously, if you own a lot, then it is. But yeah, just for the chart, I mean, we're used to Bitcoin going like 20, 30,000% move. That's what I'm comparing it to. But like I said, you're making new highs on bearish divergence. You've got a higher time frame bearish divergence. We haven't broken the RSI from January 2021, which is 94.70. And yeah, it's just bearish. The whole lot's bearish. So, these patterns, they don't exist for no reason. We don't have textbooks that have been created and published for, decades and decades, just for the sake of it. They exist because these patterns play out more often than not. It's not just like, well, this is a bearish pattern, but Bitcoin's going to go up anyway because Bitcoin always goes up. We refer to the textbook and we're like, right, okay, well, this is not a good looking pattern. So combining that with, we have a very bullish sentiment in the market, and everything in the news seems to be good. or swings good eventually, which creates kind of a positive vibe. Yeah, it just seems to be it's a little bit fishy. I'd just be very wary of it, with what's going on right now, but that there's certainly a chance here that Bitcoin can come down here to 11k. All right, this is all I'm saying to you. I'm not here to be hated or anything like that. It's just honest, no BS take on the market. I'm just going to go over to ETH Bitcoin, and I'll show you on the monthly chart why my bearishness on Bitcoin, well, not so much bearishness, my warning about Bitcoin could be, true, basically. So, in fact, I'll change that to the 2 weeks, it'll look better. So this is ETH Bitcoin. Now, this takes us back to October 2015, and you can see that we've got this clear 5-wave impulsive move to the upside. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 doesn't come down within wave 1's territory, and then we get an extended wave 5. Okay, so wave 3 might not necessarily be the biggest wave, but it's not the smallest. Okay, so it's valid. Now after this, we do have this ABC, and what I think is now a WXY for B. Okay, so we've got an ABC here, which prints A in red, and then we've got a WXY, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got A, so W, X, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Y. Okay, so the moves up, which are corrective, they're actually 5 waves, but it's a 3-wave pattern. Okay, so in order for this to be impulsive, what you would need to have had is like this, and then a corrective wave. But you don't have that. Okay, unless this is your corrective wave. All right. Now we've got quite a big push here, because basically this would be invalidated if this red line was taken out. So what you could basically end up having is this, that becomes wave 1, this is then wave 2, and then we're off to the races. You got wave 3, 4, 5. All right. If you're obviously bullish now, this is what you want to see. So you want this to be your wave 2, because we haven't made any new lows, and this impulsive move up to be the start of wave 3. Now it's very possible that happens. Okay. The other possibility is that this whole structure, the ABC here, is not complete, and that we need to come down, into this zone here, take out the previous wave 4, and really completely capitulate on altcoins before any significant bull run actually occurs. Now, the interesting thing about that is no bull run has ever started without huge capitulation, without any kind of market crash. And the newbie guys, been here like 2 or 3 years, think they're OGs, etc. They will be looking at COVID crashes. That's the sort of thing you want, really. You need blood in the streets. You need a lot of liquidations, which creates volume, and liquidity. Liquidity is very, very important. It's the most important thing about markets and trading. All right. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking. This would be like a 70-80% move down. So it's got 77%, which again, could really happen. I'm going to have a look at Bitcoin Cash. See, we're waiting for wave E to start, or complete. Sorry. Now, it's possible that this could be it. So this could be your wave E. All right. It's very difficult to say. I mean, until we start taking out the top of wave D, I wouldn't like to say that wave E is complete. So basically, when we take out, $720, then yeah, I mean, wave E is complete. But there's nothing stopping wave E from coming all the way down here, especially into this cluster here. So this was your accumulation Davros box. So that was, what was it? 22 to 23. It was, a good year spent in this range. All right. It wouldn't be a bad thing to come and retest that. And then what have you got? You've got, a bull flag, basically. So just bear that in mind. I'll have a look at XRP. See, this is another interesting one, okay? In theory, we have got 5 waves here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we made a new all-time high here, that I mean, technically that counts. It's not, wave 5 only just has to go above wave 3 to be a valid wave 5. All right. So it's very possible that the entire market could be getting wrong-footed here with XRP, and that. I mean, I don't want to see anyone losing money. I don't want that, but it's very possible that this could be the biggest scam pump, probably not in history, but for a while. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other problem that you've got is this: you've got like 1, 2, 3. This is a 4, 5. So look, I mean, I can even count the actual subwaves. I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. There's no reason why that couldn't be 3. And then this whole accumulation period is what you would expect a wave 4 to look like. This is wave 4. This is wave 5, but it does overlap into the price territory of wave 1, but it doesn't go below wave 2. Bit tricky. But yeah, I mean, look at the RSI here. I mean, it's at the same levels as what this was. It didn't get above it, but it's right up there. It's worrying. Just bear in mind that this could be no bueno. I mean, that's a huge drop. What would you go from here? Yeah, I mean, back down into 30, 40 cents. It wouldn't be bad to come down into here. Ethereum. Where is Ethereum? There we go. See, this is the same sort of thing. Look, I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got an A, B, C. I can count the WXY, and Y being a 5-legged structure. And then the whole corrective phase is a 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. It's very possible that Ethereum could be coming down into the mid hundreds, maybe even like $400 or something. Well, maybe not quite, but $500, $600. Is there enough juice in the market to send these things to like $20,000, or does it need to come down and wipe everyone out and allow all the big money to step in and just buy everyone out? That's the question. Look, I'm not here to tell you what the wrong way is, but I'm just observing these patterns, and yeah, I mean, there's a good argument to say that we could actually be going in for a massive crash. Yeah, just be mindful of that. All right, guys. Thank you.